and your kids. I'm Becca. She's depressed.
I'm
her name's Steph, but you look really, really sad. I mean, we just made it through Easter. Easter's amazing. We talked so much about Jesus' life. Why are you so sad?
I'm sad because I ate all my Easter candy and there's nothing left to look forward to after Easter because you get like all the good stuff for Easter and then it's such a big deal because Jesus is alive and then my birthday's over.
That's right, your birthday was right by Easter too. Oh, so you feel like all the good stuff has happened and now you don't know what to do. Okay. We have to do something about this, right? We can't just let Steph be sad. Steph.
What?
I have just the thing that I think. Okay, I've been saving this. And I think now might be the time. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
What? Where'd you get these?
Are these amazing? They're sumo suits. Wait, watch what happens. Wait. Ready? Whoa! Isn't that amazing? These are so great. But here's the deal. So I know that you've been really sad, but there is actually a story I've been really, really wanting to tell from the Bible that really reminded me of these suits.
Oh.
Because these are for wrestling.
I can't wait.
There's a story in the Bible about wrestling that I think we need to tell. Should we do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Jacob grew up with a big, tough, hairy twin brother named Esau. Because Esau was born first, he was supposed to get a special blessing. But Jacob was tricky, and with the help of his mom, wound up getting the blessing for himself. This made Esau so mad. And so Jacob ran away. A few years later, God told Jacob to return home where Esau still lived. But Jacob was worried. What would happen? Was his brother still mad at him? He sent messengers ahead of him to tell Esau he was coming back home. After his messengers returned, they told Jacob that they gave Esau the message, and now Esau was heading towards him with 400 men. Esau either had a ton of friends, or he was bringing an army. Jacob had to think of another plan, so he sent more messengers with a bunch of gifts to meet Esau. Jacob hoped that if Esau was still mad at him, the gifts would help calm him down. While Jacob was traveling, he stopped by a river. God didn't ask him to stop. He stopped on his own because he was feeling really scared. He sent his family and servants and everything he owned across the river ahead of him. Then he waited, alone. Crying out to God in frustration, Jacob knew God had promised to be with him, but he was terrified of what would happen when he saw Esau. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a man came into the camp to wrestle Jacob. Ladies and gentlemen, in one corner, weighing in at 197 pounds, the grandson of Abraham, the man who stole his brother's blessing, the big, scaredy cat, it's Jacob. And in the other corner, weighing in at infinity pounds, it's the mysterious fighter we don't know anything about yet. They fought and fought and fought and fought some more. In fact, neither of the fighters backed down, and they wrestled all night. When the sun started to come up, the mysterious fighter saw that Jacob wasn't going to give up, so he reached out and touched Jacob's hip. And that simple touch pulled Jacob's hip out of its socket and made him limp. The mystery guy said, "Let me go." But Jacob had a feeling there was something special about this guy. Jacob said, "I won't let you go unless you bless me." The stranger stopped fighting and said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob. From now on, you will be called Israel because you fought with God and with men and you won." Right after that, the stranger did bless Jacob. But the best part is Jacob knew he had seen God face to face, and that changed him. Not only did Jacob get a new name, but he wasn't scared of his brother anymore. In fact, when the stranger left, he looked up and saw Esau coming. This time, he ran to Esau, kissed him, and gave him gifts just because he loved him. You see, the name Israel means God fights. That meant Jacob had been wrestling all night with God. Honestly, Jacob had been wrestling with everyone and everything his whole life. He was trying to force life to go the way that he wanted. Through wrestling with God, Jacob learned he could obey God even when he was scared, and he could trust that God would always keep his promises no matter what.
I didn't even know that story was in the Bible. This
Right?
is like the coolest story ever.
Jacob literally wrestled.
And there's
with
so
God.
much cool stuff in that story. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
even though Jacob kind of messed some things up,
Yeah.
like, God was still going to make his story really good. He was
Right.
still working in his life. And he got to meet God. That's so cool.
He got to meet God. God literally changed his name. And even though Jacob messed up, like a lot, even though God told him different things to do, even though God was like, go back to your homeland, Jacob was freaking out. But
was
God
scared,
still
yeah.
used him. All of us wrestle with God in some ways. Maybe we don't put on giant sumo suits and wrestle with God, but we do, because sometimes we go, I don't know that I can trust God to actually do what he's asking me to do. But we can learn from Jacob that it's okay to kind of wrestle with that. It's okay to like wonder if we can actually do. But what we can learn from Jacob is that when we trust God no matter what, God always keeps his promises. It's pretty great.
It is awesome. I love it.
We should probably pray, huh?
Yeah, can you fold your hands? Because I don't think I can.
Just barely.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus, thank you for the way that you came to give us life. And thank you that all throughout the Bible we can see that God was working for us to know and be loved by you. And we trust you, but sometimes trusting you is hard. So would you just help us to grow closer to you, to know you better, and to be able to trust you with all the pieces that are going on around us that we can't really control. Thank you for candy and sumo suits and the ways that you make our lives beautiful.
Amen. And thank you for Easter. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Steph, I just found a bunch more Easter candy over here. Come over here. You gotta have it.
Stop! 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 I can't put my knees again. I can't get up. I can't get up. I want some candy too. I want some candy too.
You're my forever friend. I like thunder, I like lightning, I like a real strong storm.